everybody, Raging Gamer here, along with Claire from MRS Plays, and we're going to be starting a new series today. This will be episode 1 of Rimworld. This is a game that I read a little bit about in a Game Informer magazine. It's supposed to be a colony management simulation game, like small colony, like 1 to 10 people generally, and it sounds really cool and something I very much enjoy. It mentions that it draws inspiration from the game Dwarf Fortress, which I've never played, although I've heard. Huh?
Have you played Dwarf Fortress? I've played a lot of Dwarf Fortress. That game is so fun.
No, I haven't. I don't like large-scale simulation games. Like if there's more than like 50 people to manage, I'm not going to like it.
Oh, see, what you do is you take the first 10, manage them. Eventually, you'll get like 10 more, manage them, and just keep on managing them in small groups. And then eventually, before you know it, you're managing them in chunks. So just like, okay, you 15 do this, but just treating them like one person who needs 15 sets of equipment and 15 weapons. It's like, okay, just managing them in big chunks instead of individually for the most part. Okay, you go.
I'd rather do individually, since that'll be like party-based games like Neverwinter Nights and the D&D style games. Why can't I think of the others? Temple of Elemental Evil, Icewind Dale. Those things.
I love the D&D style games. Making a whole party that you can just go and adventure with. Recently I bought like 3 of those games for the NES, and I think I might have broken my NES. I was facing a TPK, so I turned off the NES so it wouldn't save, and now it won't start up any games.
Uh-oh. In addition to Dwarf Fortress, the other thing it said it draw inspiration from was the show Firefly, which I absolutely loved.
Never seen that one. Apparently they speak Chinese?
No. It's a space western show. It's really cool. Anyways, without further ado, let's check this thing out.
Standard Mandarin.
First time watching it. Hopefully we don't have any glitches or anything, because I haven't watched it before to check. I just wanted to do everything on camera.
Yeah, in Firefly, that's the language that they speak is Mandarin Chinese, mostly. It looks like that moon or planet has a mustache. Do you see it?
Yes, I'm not using Steam. No kidding.
No? Yeah, do you see the little tiny mustache?
That looks like a broken ship to me.
No, but if you look at the big whole planet in photo, it looks like that the ship is the mustache. You think that's how you colonize? Oh my goodness, I can only imagine you playing Subnautica.
So, this game is still in alpha, apparently. I didn't know that before actually downloading it, as the Game Informer didn't say it was still in alpha. If it did, I overlooked it. But I normally don't really like to do alpha games, since they're not exactly polished and got all the glitches out. But, oh well, it sounds really fun, so... And it might not be very long, because it also sounds like it's can be quite difficult. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. AKA blind playthrough, which is what this is. Shall we go to a tutorial then? I'll figure things out myself.
The reviews are rather positive.
Okay, what do we have here? Choose a scenario. Yes, the Game Informer did say there was 3 to choose from.
Okay. Is the game playing like a ton of sound or something? Because there are times when you just break up. I think that Skype can only transfer so much audio at once, So if the game that you're playing is loud, I can barely hear you.
Um, it's playing it really quiet.
Okay, now I can hear you, but just before while you're reading out the scenarios, I could hear a little bit of static.
It might just be my headset crapping out further. The speakers have already gone. The microphone might be shortly following. Who knows? In any case, let's see. So we got crash landed, where we can start with 3 people. Some stuff. 3 of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sounds of siren and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. I guess. So 3 people that are kind of shipwreck survivors. Second thing we could choose, Lost Tribe. Your tribe was destroyed by the great blood machine sent by the gods. 5 of you managed to escape, and now it's time to build up a new home. Since you'll start poor and research slowly, this is a difficult scenario.
Probably not a good one to start with.
Your faction will be a new tribe, start with 5 people.
You get 3 random pets, though.
Huh?
Random pet times 3.
Random pet times 3. Ooh, that sounds fun. What, did this one have one?
Oh, just whatever you do, don't start with 2 cats, because then they might explode.
Random pet times 1. Okay, interesting. A rich explorer. People called you crazy for leaving your glitter world home, but you always yearn to explore the stars outside the neurosimulator. Now you're at the end of your long journey in cryptosleep, landing on an unknown Rimworld to see what it's like. Since your starting character will lack some skills, this is an especially difficult scenario in the early game.
1 people.
1 person, but you also have access to turrets.
Well, for the research.
Well, I'm guessing that the other 2 scenarios you have to research turrets before you can use them.
Mm-hmm.
And a charge rifle. It's definitely much higher tech than the others. This one uses spears and bows, and this one has bolt action.
And a pistol.
And a pistol. And also get a random pet. I like the idea of pets. That sounds awesome. So what are we gonna try?
See, that's the thing with Dwarf Fortress players. They know enough not to at least allow for cats. You get a male cat and a female cat, they start breeding, dwarves start falling in love with them. Before you know it, you have 100 cats, and if you kill any of them, you'll have a dwarf temper tantrum on your hands that can destroy your entire fortress.
Okay!
Yes, that's a thing that happens!
Right. Okay. 100 cats, that's a bit too many. Me personally, I'm happy with my 1 cat, but I've lived with like 5 cats before, and that's not too bad.
Well, this is not just 1 person, this is like 80 or so dwarfs.
Yeah.
And if you really let the cats get out of hand, yes, you can get a whole lot of them.
Cat doesn't really seem to be the proper pet for a dwarf anyway. But anyways, enough about the other game. We need to decide what we're doing here.
Something about daycare? I think they want you to use the classic Rimworld experience.
Oh, I didn't read over there. Yeah, the classic Rimworld experience. Okay. Difficult. Extra difficult. Oh, so is this the difficulty scale? Start with easy, medium, or hard? Let's go medium. Oh, what's this?
AI storyteller, the person who...
The AI storyteller creates events like pirate raids, resource drops, or animal attacks. Your choices will affect the story of your colony. You can change these settings at any time.
Like you get 3 to choose from.
Cassandra creates a story events on a steadily increasing curve of challenge and tension.
I think you can choose difficulty too.
Phoebe gives lots of time between disasters to relax and build your colony, but beware, at high difficulty, she'll hit as hard as anyone.
So it looks like Phoebe is the easy one.
Yeah, sounds like it. Randy Random! Randy doesn't follow rules. He'll generate random events, and he doesn't care if they make a story of triumph or utter hopelessness. It's all drama to him.
Potentially hard mode.
Huh?
Potentially hard mode. But then I think you can click one of the circles for a proper difficult. Oh my gosh, there's a frowny face in his jacket.
There's a what?
Look at his jacket. There's an angry face.
Sure, let's try randomness. I'm always a fan of randomness. Peaceful. For those who want to relax and build a colony in a sandbox-like environment. Major threatening events are disabled, but colonists can still get grumpy and animals can still go crazy from time to time.
I'm guessing you might want some challenge or rough.
For those who want to build a colony with a taste of danger, major threats appear, but they're weakened. Some of the extremely dangerous events are disabled. For players on their first game, or casual players who still want a challenge. Threats are dangerous but not brutal. It's a rough planet. Threats can be quite dangerous. Not recommended until you've got some experience with the game.
See, back in my day, we only had 3 difficulties.
A significant challenge. Succeeding at this level requires a solid and well-rounded understanding of survival strategies and some luck. Extreme. As hard as a diamond-bladed dagger. Enemies are numerous, prices are poor, food is scarce, and colonists are grumpy. For those who enjoy digital suffering.
No thanks, we just finished that game.
Yes. I was about at my wit's end with that last battle of Sunrider. Alright, I guess we'll take the recommended first time, since I've gone with the non-recommended everything else.
Recommend... You're not taking the recommended AI storyteller, I'm guessing.
No, I'm going with the random guy.
Recommendations are for noobs.
Huh?
Recommendations are for noobs.
Permadeath mode. Get one save file. I can only save when quitting the game. I cannot reload the game to fix mistakes, and when the colony dies, that's it. This is the way Rimworld was meant to be played, with every dramatic turn, whether tragic or hopeful, played out to full impact.
Probably no for now.
I would say yes if it was not in alpha. Because if we get a crash, I want to be able to reload. I'm not going to reload if I lose. I'm not going to reload if I lose somebody, because that's just part of playing it. Now, like I said, this might end very quickly. Who knows?
Well, also, as you said, it's an alpha. If someone dies due to a glitch, I mean, it's probably fair to resurrect them.
Yeah, well, we'll just see. I did the same thing on XCOM 2, since I was using so many mods. I didn't want to play an Iron Man like I normally would, because it might crash, and I don't want that. Alright, next. What is next? Create the world. See.
I'm hoping at some point they can create the characters.
Sachiko. Randomized sea, globe coverage 30%, rainfall, temperature. Okay, I don't... Seed. I don't get it. What does that even mean?
The seed is the thing at the top. For every different seed, it's a whole different world. Or you can put in a word of your own. Like, you could just put in, like, say, the Raging Gamer. And then anyone else who puts in that same seed will get that same world.
Oh, really? That's actually a really cool thing. Let's do
Yeah,
that.
it's a similar thing. Vanellian, by the way, is a tiny island. Yes.
Alright, so there we go. Seed is the Raging Gamer. With the three
Yeah,
worlds
anyone else
capitalized but no spaces. So if anybody actually watches this and wants to play in my world, go ahead and use that seed. Globe coverage. Oh. Planet's always the same diameter, but since it's far larger than needed for play, we don't generate the whole surface because it can take a very long time. This is the percentage of the surface that you want generated.
So the higher the number, the more math you'll have to make stuff.
Okay, let's go a little bit above 30. Let's go 50.
Your computer can handle it.
Overall rainfall, leave that as normal. Temperature, how about we go a little bit lower? I much prefer colder temperatures than higher ones, just as a me. Like I'm sitting here with the air conditioner blasting because it's like 78 degrees in here, and that's like, ugh.
I mean, you are like pretty close to Canada.
Alright, let's generate this. What does the Raging Gamer world look like?
See, I was hoping you'd be able to, like, generate the characters you'll be playing as. That would be nice.
Oh!
At least the...
Wow!
I suggest not the skull and crossbones ones.
Huh?
I'm just guessing not the skull and crossbones ones.
Yeah. Leper's Ridge, Faction Spear Rig. Onyo, Faction Covenant of Hatherdio. So taking the similar colors of the same faction, yeah, Hatherdio. Spear Ridge, yeah, Rig. What's this one? The Green Hill League. This one, the Vexara of the Rock. This one, Artheoliblium. And I'll say that's all the factions. What is that? 2, 4, 5? 5 different factions?
Oh, the skull and crossbones is just a faction?
I guess. It says the Spear Rig. Spear
Oh,
Rig.
form caravan.
Huh?
At the bottom, the square form caravan.
Form caravan. Form a group of colonists able to travel to new areas. Colonists will gather all the assigned supplies and accompanying animals, leave their current area, and await further orders. Oh, so I can go to different regions other than my initial landing site. That's neat.
Oh, see, I'm just wondering the caravan from Dwarf Fortress being the dwarves that you start out with.
Alright, what do we got for terrains here? This is a temperate forest. That's a desert. Boreal forest. Arid shrublands. More temperate forest. Extreme desert. Can I rotate this? Nope, can't rotate it. Whoa! Maybe right click. Nope. Cannot rotate. Less buttons? AD? Hey, there we go, we can rotate. Oh yeah, I only generated 50% of the planet. Maybe I should have actually generated the whole thing. It really didn't take that long. Sea ice? Could start on an ice field even? Is that a valid landing site?
Potentially.
Can't imagine what you'd actually do there. Hunt whales for blubber and stuff, I guess? An ice sheet? Huh. Alright, well... Ooh, is that a river? That... I think that... Yeah, that looks like a river. That might be a road. Well, no, it joins the river, so that's a different type of river, a muddier river, I guess. Wow, that actually would be an ideal location if it wasn't a desert. How can you even have a desert by a river? That makes no sense. Apparently the random generator needs a little bit of work. Makes no sense whatsoever to have a river by a desert. Okay, that must be a road. I think. I don't know. Lots of deserts on my world. Despite me making it a little colder than normal. That seems counterintuitive. Oh, ooh, here we go. What's this terrain? More desert. How about this? Arid shrubland. I guess we could do that. Pretty far away from what I'm guessing is some type of enemy. I like the idea of being in a river delta like that. It should have very fertile soil. And should be plenty of fishing there in that inland sea. No, it's not an inland sea, it's a bay. I like it. I think that's where we're going. So we're starting at 4.02 degrees north, 56.15 degrees west. Oh, can I get more details about it? Info? Nope. Dry region, but not dry enough to become a true desert. Open plains with grasses and bushes give way to scattered growths of trees. Plants are hardy and there's a moderate density of animals. That sounds perfectly fine. I might want to raise some animals, if that's a thing. Which I think it is. Ah, there we go. Terrain, large hills. Movement time, 3.3 hours. Granite, slate, and limestone available. 23 meter elevation. 22 degrees Celsius. Is there any way I can change the temperature? I am not going to be able to easily comprehend how hot or cold it is when it's in Celsius. Wait, you use Celsius, don't you?
Something, something?
Don't you use Celsius there in Canada?
Yes.
So you actually know what these mean.
Yes.
Growing period year-round. Wow. Lots of
Nice.
rainfall.
Winter
Okay.
temperature 18.9 centigrade? Oh my gosh, I thought that said water temperature.
So is that, like, what is that equivalent to?
Okay, so I believe freezing is like 32 Fahrenheit or something like that, so that would be...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just quickly run it on my phone just to get an actual thing. But for winter, that's like our summer.
Okay, so... What happened to me setting it colder than normal? Did I accidentally set it the other way? I thought I set it to the colder.
You did. For some reason that it... Oh, are you choosing a place near the equator?
Zoom out and see where this is as far as the planet goes.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much right on the equator!
What is it? 18.9 centigrade is 66 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, that's not horrible. Oh, but that's
That's
winter.
winter.
So 26 would be what? 74?
78.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a little warmer than I like it, but that's not too bad.
This is a cold planet on the equator.
Fair enough. As I said, we're in a river delta here, so this is a really nice spot. Alright, that's where we're going. Next.
There we go! Yay!
Our characters!
Oh, that's right, you're making a tribe, you're not doing the crash on the thing.
Okay, it doesn't look like I can actually create my own.
Randomize. You can't click on the things to change them? Oh, wait, can you do this here?
Nope. Nothing there to change, so I can't create my own. I could just hit randomize a few times, but I don't know. I might want to just go with what it gives me. I can rename them. That's about the only thing I can do. Alright, so who do we got here? We got Fox as a gatherer. 66 years old, vengeful child. As a child, he returned to his village to find that it had been wiped out by bandits. He swore revenge on the attackers and began a violent rampage across the wilderness.
Doctoring disabled. So he's a fighter, sword.
He's a fighter. Shooting 7.
Really?
Melee 10.
Passion burning.
Learns times 150%. Joy gain times 2. Is that what these fires represent, I'm guessing?
Potentially.
Passion interested. Learns 100%.
So
Passion
twice.
none. Learns 33%. Okay, cool.
And medicine is disabled. Incapable of caring.
Very neurotic. Global work speed plus 40%. Mental break threshold plus 14%. Fox feels constantly nervous about everything that has to get done. He will work extremely hard to attain this state of affairs, but his nerves can easily get the better of him. Prostophobe? Fox believes that the human body is limited for a reason. To him, bionic body parts are unethical. So he does not want any artificial body parts. Which I don't blame him a bit.
You do have 2 diggers.
2 diggers.
Jay and
I assume that would be a minor hearing loss. In both ears.
Malnutrition. Are you sure you don't want to reroll this one?
Part of
No shooting skill.
no shooting skill. Decent melee. Social medicine. Interested in that.
Happens.
Mining. Crafting 9. So he might just be my crafter. Childhood firekeeper. Jay was responsible for keeping the tribe's fire going. He took the responsibility very seriously. Cooking and crafting plus 2. Is that included in this? Is that included in this, or are they in addition to that? I wonder.
I do not know.
I don't
Cooking
know
is only
either.
for 3.
Jay and his tribe carved their home deep into the side of a mountain. Jay feels most at home picking through rock and shoring up cave walls. Construction plus 2, mining plus 5.
Yeah, he's definitely a digger.
No, he's much better at crafting. Hard worker.
Well, they will level
Global
up.
Global work speed plus 20% with no downside. That's nice. Brawler. Well, that's why he doesn't have any shooting. He likes melee combat. 130% melee hit chance. His accuracy is greatly increased in melee combat, but he'll be very unhappy if asked to carry a ranged weapon. Psychically sensitive. Psychic sensitivity plus 40%. Huh. Interesting. Komba.
Are there any women?
I would assume Sunrider is a woman.
Well, I thought Jay
Maybe
would be.
Pelican. I don't know. Alright, so what do we got? Scavenger.
The team are named after animals.
Escaping grunt work and going digging through wrecks and ruins for treasures. His natural curiosity got him into a lot of trouble, but also yielded many interesting finds. Mining, +3, intellectual, +3, plant cutting, hauling, and cleaning disabled. I like this guy. That's an awesome story. And
Look at
digger.
that mining skill.
Huh?
Look at that mining skill.
13. Wow, yeah. He doesn't need to do any hauling or cleaning if he can mine like that. Wow. He's also got 150% to growing, even though he's not very good at it yet. He'll get better really quick.
And intellectual. I mean, you're not going to be mining forever.
Chemical interest. Has an unusual interest in chemical sources of enjoyment. He will consume more of them and will sometimes go on social drug binges. He will ignore directives to not use pleasurable drugs.
Combat.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. Combat doesn't have a nickname. Combat is the last name.
Ah. And his move speed is increased.
A little bit more, which is good for a miner.
What is the heck? What is the heck is a C per S?
C like spaces, whatever, per second. C could be like squares or hexagons or whatever it is, but they're measured in centimeters?
Centimeters? Well, we'll see. That's Pelican. Oh, another guy. Reclusive child.
But C is probably
learn to speak until he's nearly 5 years old, and he preferred to keep to himself. Made a habit of wandering off from the village to live in the wilderness. +4 melee, +3 crafting, wardening disabled. Wardening?
Yeah, warden. Warden is
like the leader of a prison? I guess it did say something about being able to capture enemies.
The melee is pretty decent on this one.
Because of his quiet wisdom and great strength, Pelican became the spiritual leader of a nomadic tribe that followed the herds of roaming muffalo. Muffalo instead of buffalo, huh?
Incapable of social.
Okay. I'm guessing the wardening falls under social then. That makes sense. Pelican is naturally optimistic about life, and it's hard to get him down. +6 permanent mood. Trigger happy. Pelican, pew pew pew. Pelican just likes pulling the trigger. He shoots faster than others, but less accuracy. Aiming time down 50%, accuracy down 25%.
I mean, if you have a lot of bullets.
Yeah, some type of automatic weapon might be kind of cool for him. If he can fire it even faster. And a passion for growing, which he is actually really good at. Really good at cooking and construction. Well, not really good, but
very interested in it. So
yeah, he will increase quickly. And our only female member.
Yes. Age 44. Stab skull on left shoulder. Okay, wait. How high is her melee?
11?
Oh, adulthood. She is a warrior, by the way.
Yeah. Senra grew up in a large and intricate cave complex that extended deep into the mountainside. She helped the adults maintain and improve the deep caves. Construction +3, mining +3.
Backup miner, but only for 2.
Senra was a fearsome warrior, proficient with many weapons. She participated in many battles. Shooting +2, melee +6, social -2. Misandrous. She really dislikes and distrusts men. Oh, this is gonna be great.
She's working with 4 of them.
Steadfast. His mentally tough and won't break down under stress that would crack most people. Mental break threshold minus 9%. Chemical fascination.
And a druggie.
Oh, lovely. I think we're not going to have drugs in this colony.
You never know where people will find that stuff.
Alright, well, we've got our hodgepodge tribe here. Let's,
Do I
let's
give
roll it.
the last couple of them nicknames? Or do you want to just keep them as they are? Or change them?
I'm terrible at names. If you guys want, if I can change names after creation, which I'm not sure I can, and you guys want me to name them something else, just go ahead and say so, and I'll do so. Generating map. I thought we already did that.
Now you're generating the local map.
Oh. The gods were very angry. The blood machines came at night. They swept through your village, cutting and burning your people with their blades and devil fire. Only a few of you escaped. Now, after a harrowing journey on foot, with no close friends to turn to, you must build a new home in the wilderness, like your ancestors did. Okay.
Alright, so I recommend pausing the game on the right.
Pausing. Okay,
then
pause it so
look
we can
and
look
start-
around and look at the interface and look at everything.
Click on the characters to assign them jobs, like assign the miners. It's like Dwarf Fortress with slightly better graphics.
So our acquaintances. I think if they are part of the same tribe, they'd know each other a little bit better.
Depends on how big the tribe was.
That's carried. Okay,
Alright,
that's what
so-
we already read. Needs. Oh boy, we're hungry. Extremely low expectations. I'm out here with little to no shelter. I'd better steel myself to survive. Great attitude. New colony optimism. We just landed here. It's a tough situation, but I'm excited to be founding a new colony. I like these guys' attitude. No apparent reason, I just feel bad right now.
Oh yeah, they were saying something about them being grumpy.
And these hunger pains are hard to ignore. Yeah, we need to do something about that pronto, I think. Health. What's this? Pain none. Wow. Talk about in-depth. Self-tend. Automatically tend to themselves on the spot at 70% normal efficiency. Let's try to avoid that if possible. What's this? No medical care, doctor care but no medicine. Herbal medicine or worse. Normal medicine or worse. Best quality medical care. I guess the
That's like if you have like very little good medicine, you might want to put some people on lower, just be like, hey look, this unit is our only chance for survival. Let's not give our best quality medical care to a peasant when this person needs it.
Or
Oh,
it might be something good to manage with severity of wounds too. Like if you just have a scratch or something, you don't need the best care. You can probably just do normal doctor care, just bandage it without using actual medicine. In fact, I think I'm probably going to do that for everybody, and then if anybody gets a serious injury, I'll allow them better medicine.
I don't think you really have any medicine. Oh,
Yeah,
I got
if I have any medicine. I haven't looked at what I even have here yet. Operations? Oh gosh. Peg
No.
leg dentures. Harvest? No.
Okay, go to
Wow.
gear. Let's do this.
I already went through gear. I just have some tribal wear.
Oh, John, can't give him a weapon. So what I was thinking of suggesting was having Fox try to attack one of the wild animals. Have someone make a fire. Make the miner start digging.
Bond Dweeb? Who the hell is Dweeb?
Probably
Oh, it
someone from the
must be
town.
one of my 3 random pets.
Probably.
Also cloth tribal wear, not surprising. Already looked at that. Also very hungry. Great attitude otherwise. Oh yeah, you're the one that can't hear anything. Joy-filled. And feeling great.
Because he's optimistic, isn't he?
Oh, is this the one that's optimistic? No?
No.
Again, urgently hungry. Acquaintances. I think it's Pelican here that's optimistic. Lost tribal wear. Yeah, optimist. Optimist 6, feeling good. Again, urgently wow, very urgently hungry. That's like priority 1 here. Oh my gosh, definitely priority 1.
Yes, definitely get food. Maybe you can look in the bags. If you click on the bags, you might be able to get
What bags?
food. Looks like bags right in the middle, around that wolf. Of the screen.
Looks like a lump of manure to me, but I'll zoom in and take a look at it once I'm done here.
I mean, I do believe it said there were going to be rations, so just give each person 1.
Pemmican times 75, not refrigerated, spoils in 1 year, 1 quadrum. Deteriorating due to being unroofed. Okay. Is that food? I guess. A preserved mashed mixture of fat and plant food. Tastes bland but not offensive. It lasts very long without refrigeration. A year? Yeah, I'm sure. Wonder how long a year is.
4 quadrants. Just see if you can make each people eat from it.
I would hope that they're going to do that on their own if they're hungry.
Hopefully.
I hope I don't have to micromanage it that badly.
Fair point.
What else we got here? Short bow. A pila. What is a pila? It sounds like some kind of spear. A bundle of pila, non-reusable throwing spears. Okay. How many of them is there then? Range, cooldown, wow. I think that's a lot of damage. Sounds like a lot of damage. What is that compared to a bow? Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Those spears freaking hurt. But how many of them do I have? Just 1? Or 100? 100 out of 100. That makes it seem like they have durability. That doesn't make sense if they're non-reusable. I don't understand. Oh well. What do we got here? Jade knife. Yeah. Well, really fast. Really fast, but little damage. Got wood. Silver. Herbal medicine. What's behind here? Dweeb, female Yorkshire Terrier. Okay. What good is a Yorkshire Terrier? Trainable intelligence advanced. This animal can be assigned a master who it will follow and defend. I'm not sure exactly what a Yorkshire Terrier can defend from. Released to attack distant targets instead of just defending the master. Animal will rescue wounded allies and drag them to safety. Too small to train this. Animal will randomly haul items from time to time, though it can't be directed to haul specific items. Too small to train. So, for some reason, they consider a Yorkshire Terrier a combat dog.
Have you seen those things? I mean, if you have to use them.
They're like super excited, they love to yip, but they're tiny! They ain't gonna do shit against anything! They ain't gonna do shit against anything bigger than maybe a rabbit. Anyway, what else do we have? Is this a pet too? Hide. Male timber wolf of the new Ooh, a timber wolf! Now that's a combat creature! Training. Oh yeah, he can be trained for everything. Hauling. Rescue. Obedience. Okay, so hopefully somebody's training him. And where's our third random animal?
Is it under Columbia's face?
I have to use the keys to scroll.
Hold on, there's one standing with Fox, and there might be something on Columbia's face.
Rot. Female cat.
Healthy. What pet?
What?
That's random.
Trainable intelligence, none. Yep, you can't tell a cat what to do.
Well, of course.
Totally impossible. What else do we have? More wood. Zoom out a little bit. Bleep bleep? What bleep bleeped? It just went bleep bleep, but I don't know what that did. Slate chunk. Zoom out a lot. Oh gosh. Alright, there's the ocean. Where's the river? River. I'm supposed to be between two rivers. I specifically chose a place in the river delta. Do the overland thing not correspond to the local?
Well, it's not like you can see a ton of area. Maybe that is one of the rivers. Yeah, the ocean was on the north, and the river's on the east and west. This is probably just one of them.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The ocean was to the north. Well, this isn't exactly what I was hoping for. But I guess we'll make do. What's that? That is an ostrich! Nice to know that on a planet somewhere on the far side of the galactic rim, we still have the same creatures that we have on Earth.
Cats, dogs, ostriches, alpacas, muffalo.
Alpaca? Well, I've never heard of a muffalo before. Not sure why they didn't just call it a buffalo. Boom rat?
That sounds Australian.
It might be. I'm no expert in the creatures of Australia. It's a weird name for an animal, though. What is this? Oh, that's a muffalo. So it's just a big, shaggy lump? Is that even an animal? I guess it is. Well, I guess that's why they didn't call them buffaloes. They're like nothing like I was expecting. Some big shaggy lump. What's this? Steam geyser. Ooh, I'll bet that's for power. Squirrel! Another boom rat. Boomalope. Yeah, so there's kind of a mixture of earth creatures and weird things. Alright. Guess that's enough. Oh, what's that? That looks different. Agave. Ooh, nice. That's good for tending wounds and making medicine. Okay, that's nothing. Got trees and cactuses. Another ostrich. Oh, an emu. Nothing. Granite wall. Oh, there's some type of structure in the mountain there.
Well, you can mine your way in.
I can indeed. I might do that. Looks like there was like some buildings here before. Okay, so how do I deselect? I want to get rid of that. There we go. So I saw that, yeah, it's just down here at the bottom. Whenever I hover over, it gives me an idea of walk speed and fertility. Do I have any really fertile ground? 100%. Maybe the starker stuff? Nope, 70. Should be fertile ground over closer to the 6! Well, I guess that's like a beach. Can't really grow anything on a beach. This is why I wanted to be in the river delta. There's fertile ground, really fertile ground along river deltas. 70. It doesn't look like I have any. Ooh, what's this? 140. Okay, so it's that really dark stuff. Oh, that's just dark because of the shadow. Okay, that makes sense. Aha! No? More shadow. 100. Yeah, looks like 140. Got a couple of tiny. Oh, no, here's it. Oh! 100. Oh, nice! Okay, we want to clear this spot for our growing area. 140% fertility. Nice. And where is that in relation? Oh yeah, cool. That's like really close to that building. Okay. So yeah, looks like down here gonna be our main growing area. Grow slow growing things on the highly fertile stuff, and quicker growing stuff on the normal fertility. Okay. So what do we have down here? Architect. Oh gosh. Orders. Claim neutral structures for the colony, including ancient ruins and abandoned siege bases. Claim structures can be repaired and maintained by your colonists. Strip the apparel from corpses and the wounded. Rearm traps. Ooh, like set traps. Open graves and containers. Plans. Remove plans. Cancel stuff. Deconstruct and reclaim part of its resources. So you don't get everything back if you take something apart. Mining. Hauling. Mark rock chunks and other items to be hauled to dumping areas, not needed for things like food or corpses, which are always haulable. Okay. Cutting plants. Plant will be completely removed and any food or resource yield will be harvested. Or harvest. So harvest them without removing them so they can grow a second crop. Okay. Chop wood. Hunting. Slaughter a tame animal. Tame a wild animal. Uninstall this so it can be moved, sold, or installed somewhere else. Okay, cool. So I can move things without having to disconstruct them. That's nice to know. Clear no roof area. We'll no longer remove roofs. Expand snow clear area. I don't think we're getting any snow here. Expand allowed area. Allowed areas are defined areas you can assign to colonists. Colonists will not accept work or fulfill their needs outside of their allowed area. Huh, okay. Clear, cancel, deconstruct, stockpile, store resources, store junk, growing zone, delete zones, home area. Repair buildings, clean floors, and extinguish fires only in the home area. Okay. Build roof in this area. Expand no roof area. Okay. Structures. Doors and walls. Okay. Production. Crafting spot. Simple things like shivs or bows. Artistic sculpting. We have one guy that's a really good artist and a passion about it. Not sure what good artist stuff is. Maybe for trading? Yeah, for trading. Duh. Butcher table, of course. Fuel stove. Research bench. Hopper. Holds resources for use by machines like nutrient paste dispensers. Okay. Furniture. Furniture. Chairs, tables, beds, animal stuff. Yeah, furniture. Power. No power stuff. Guess it requires research. Security. Sandbags and deadfall trap. Suspended spiked weight held up by a delicate trigger. When the victim disturbs the trigger, the weight is released and falls on his head or torso. Simple yet effective. Miscellaneous. Tool cabinet. Increases work speed. Needs to be placed near a workbench. One workbench can be simultaneously linked by 2 tool cabinets. Grave, sarcophagus, marriage spot. I guess that's kind of necessary in a colony simulator, although we currently only have one girl, and she's pretty old.
I mean, sooner or later you're gonna have to have more people.
Yeah.
Besides, all the guys are old too.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I have any young people.
I think the youngest is 41
spot.
too. Isn't the woman only
Caravan
like
park
44? She's one of the
spot.
youngest.
What?
Isn't the woman like 44, like one of the youngest of the tribe?
Yeah, I think so.
She's only like twice my age.
Lots of floor options. Joy. Horseshoes. Chess. My favorite game. Oh, billiards. That's also pretty good. Ship. Can't build ships yet. Also guessing needs research. Campfire, passive cooler, and vent. will run out and self-destruct after several days. That sounds dangerous. How does a water evaporation cooler self-destruct? What?
Does it has to explode or does it just stop working?
That's a really weird wording for just stop working. Vent equals temperature. Okay, a campfire. Cooks meals and produces heat. Burns out after a few days. With all that heat sources, it must be placed indoors, so it has a close base to heat. Oh, as with all heat sources. So if I want it for heating, it needs to be indoors. I put it outdoors if I'm not using it for heat, just for cooking. That's it for the Architect tab. Work. Oh gosh. Okay. Higher priority is this way, lower priority is this way. So looks like they'll do stuff from left to right.
Here we go.
So everybody does firefighting if there's a fire. I like that idea. I'll go to a medical bed for treatment if you have an immediately life-threatening health condition. Yeah, we want them all to do that. Doctor. 5.
Average ability skills, so I think it just takes the... Yeah, takes the best one. Flick? What is a flick?
Okay, he is the highest level currently. But you can see this little thing, it shows their flame. This one's going to increase faster. And he's only one level down currently. So actually I want that one to be my doctor. I want it to go up. Go up as fast. Well, oh no, she's the warrior. So she's probably the one that's going to be injured 90% of the time.
I mean,
well,
if you
we'll see. I'd like her to be, because I think that's the only one that she has 2 in. Yeah, all the others she has 1. Okay, bed rest. Resting in bed to recuperate from non-immediately life-threatening medical problems. Okay, that's good. Flick. I think it's flick.
Flick switches.
Flick switches. Okay. Don't have any switches to flick, so that's not a big thing. Warden. Manage, feed, chat with, and recruit prisoners. Execute prisoners, release prisoners, take prisoners to bed, feed prisoners, deliver food, chat. Oh gosh. 5J is a 6. 0 and 0, 1. I can't do it at all. They're both got single flame on it, so yeah, J is fine. Unless we find him something we want him to do more. Cooking! You got 2 flames at a 5, also 2 flames, but only a 3. I think you're our main grower, though. Yeah, you're the grower. 2 flames at 6. So, yeah, that's alright. Hunting? So got 1 flame and a 7. No flames and a 6. Do I need more than 1 hunter? Maybe later, but not right now. Construction. 1, 6, no flames. 3, 3, but 2 flames. 4. Definitely best to start out with, but you're going to be way better in the long run. Of course, wait, no, you're the grower. Well, is that a full-time job? Well, construction probably is.
Construction isn't necessarily. If it's like Dwarf Fortress, they only construct stuff when you tell them to. It's like
Okay.
mining.
So yeah, let's let her do that just so she can get better. Or he. That's right. Down here's the
Just
only girl. Mining! Got the 6 with 1 flame. 13 with 1 flame. Like, yeah, you're the only miner we need. We don't need anybody else doing that.
actually, having multiple miners in the early game is very useful because it's a lot faster to dig out. And then you can switch it to just 2, and that will do it until you want to make a huge expansion. But in the early game, like put as many people as you can handle on mining, so they can dig out areas like incredibly fast.
Oh, I mishandle animals somehow. 5, 1 with a flame.
I like how they show you the flame.
My warrior's also the one best suited for raising. I mean, even with better increase, starting out with a 1 is probably not going to get me anywhere, except maybe attacked by said animal that I'm trying to tame.
Try to tame dogs.
Okay. Plant cutting, cut or harvest plants as designated. Doesn't seem to be a relevant skill for that. So probably when it's harvest time we want everybody to do so. Except for the one that can't do so. Smithing is craft, yep. Create weapons and tools from raw materials, either as a blacksmith or by machining. 9 with a flame is definitely our best crafter by far. Tailoring also falls under crafting. Not surprised.
And art.
Art temp. We had
Not
one really good
useful.
artist.
Let's go down the list to become supposedly lower priority. Which is weird that research is at the bottom.
Yeah, I would expect research to be a little higher. Can I move these? No, I can't move these.
Top left. Top left of the box.
What?
Top left of the box. Manual priorities. Big red X.
Oh. Oh! Oh.
You can potentially click on the numbers to make them a higher priority for each person individually. Question mark, question mark? Hover over one, see what it says.
Yeah, looks like it.
Lower
Oh
the
boy,
higher
let's stick with the default for the moment. I want to get that micromanaging of everything. Alright, so yeah, crafting. You're just crafting. Hauling, get everybody that will do. Cleaning, it's fine as well. And this, of course, our main researcher is Comba with the 2 flames. Which actually turns out alright. Don't need to change the priority of research if he's the only one doing it, and the only other thing he's doing is mining. So if he's not mining, he's researching. That works for me. Wait, you got 2 flames on growing too. Oh, it's only 2. Yeah, we'll let the better one. Besides, researching is probably going to be mostly a full-time, well, full-time when I'm not having mining done. And there doesn't look like there's a whole lot of mining to do on this map.
You can probably do it. You can probably go underground just like Dwarf Fortress.
Oh, just go straight down?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In Dwarf Fortress, you can go down by like over
Oh,
100
gosh.
layers.
What is this? Restrict only certain activities at certain times of day or to specific allowed areas. Okay. Let's sleep and work. Probably don't want everybody sleeping at the same time. No, I definitely don't want everybody sleeping at the same time. So let's bounce that around a little bit.
I want to have the warrior working at night and backup fighter during the day.
Huh?
Put Senra to work at night.
At night?
Yes.
So she can hunt animals when they're asleep? That's
Yeah,
actually probably a
and
pretty good
the
idea.
night she is the warrior, and she doesn't work well with men, so if she isn't on the same schedule as them, hopefully it won't cause conflicts.
Very good thought. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's an excellent idea. Alright, so what do we got here? Noon, don't work, 7, 8.
8 hours of sleep.
2, 3,
Or
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15. That's only 3 o'clock.
no, at the start of 4, I think. Starts falling, goes home at, starts sleeping at 8, wakes up at 4. 8 hours.
Yeah, that's not quite. A little bit later than that, I guess.
So basically, has breakfast with everyone, sleeps, has dinner with everyone, does her job.
It's 5.
Yeah, she sleeps until
Yeah,
6.
we're not. Huh? Yeah.
She sleeps until 6.
6.
From 10 to 6. I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
reasonable.
So that's probably about as good as we're gonna get.
I mean, you only need one person to whatever. Just thinking, if you just have Senra going at night, everyone else can have a regular schedule and be able to like work together and stuff, but
I'm just trying to vary stuff around a bit. So that something is always getting done. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. That seems pretty decent. Okay, I like that. Allowed areas unrestricted. Home area 1. Where's area 1? I don't even know where area 1 is. Alright, assign. Oh gosh. Manage outfits, manage drug policies, which 2 of them won't listen to. Like I said, we'll just avoid the drugs altogether. Outfit, yeah, let them wear what they want. Let them wear what they want. I don't want to manage that stuff. Animals.
if you want to avoid drugs altogether, you could just try to ban them.
Well, two of my guys won't listen if I tell them not to use them. Alright, so... Oh, do I need to click on these to get them to train? I do, okay. I don't need to train the stupid terrier. Definitely want my wolf trained.
Timberwolf.
Okay.
What's the thing on the far right? Oh no, that's to kill it, isn't it?
What?
The X is on the right.
Slaughter.
Yeah, that's to kill it.
Yeah, we're not going to be eating dogs and cats. We've
Not
got
yet.
enough. We've got enough pemmican here. Where was I at? Animals research tab. Until you build a research bench, your colonies will not be able to actually do research. However, you can still look at the projects. Yeah, drug production. No, we're not researching that. That'll solve everything.
Ooh, smithing could be good.
Smithing doesn't get a description about. Oh, there we go. Build smithies for crafting metal weapons and tools. Project tech level medieval. Your tech level Neolithic. Cost multiplier times 200%. Base cost 700 becomes 1400 for you because of your tech level. Okay, I probably want to do these ones on my tech level first so I can level the tech level.
Brewing, complex clothing. Let's see.
Brewing and double strand looks like the only ones at my tech. Well, maybe stone cutting.
Stone cutting. Stone blocks for
No,
construction.
that's medieval as well. So yeah, double strand here. Slow-growing mushroom that yields valuable plant fiber. Okay. And, of course, brewing beer.
This isn't Dwarf Fortress. You don't need beer.
It probably gives them a mood boost.
But
It
it
doesn't seem like anybody has a drinking problem. Yeah, electricity... Hydroponics, batteries, solar panels. Wow, lots of stuff in the electricity.
Yeah, like everything.
Production, hospital bed, mineral scanner, geothermal power. Oh wow, that's where I have to go to use the steam vents. That ain't happening for a long time. Deep drilling, shipbuilding. Really, that's the final tier? Oh, that's starships! I was thinking of frickin' sailing ships! We're by a river!
I mean, this might be civilization, but really.
Where is, like, sailing ships?
I don't think you get them,
fishing
because this is not like civilization. This is like Dwarf Fortress.
This is like colony management! Fish and water is a huge part of surviving and having a steady food source.
Fishing, but not boating.
I don't see anything anywhere about fishing. Well, I guess this is still an alpha. Maybe fishing is planned for a later release. That would suck. I like fishing. In any case, guess we're going double strand first. World. That's probably just back to the big one. History, review records. Nothing has happened yet. Factions. Okay. Oh, this is good. We got more friends than enemies.
They give bandits, has the skull crossbows, and hostile to everyone.
Yeah, they sound like a pirate band. Yeah.
Yeah.
They even have a boss.
As opposed to a chief or a prime counselor.
Yeah. So what is this? Green Hill League Tribe. So there's just a rival tribe? Or this is a friendly tribe? I wonder if we can improve relations. I'd rather only have one enemy. And they are enemies, well, everybody's enemies of the pirates, so... These people have been here a very long time. Maybe their ancestors crashed here 1,000 years ago. Maybe they survived some cataclysm that destroyed a technological civilization here. In any case, the tribals are mostly nomadic people who live off the land, using primitive tools and weapons. Some tribes are more aggressive than others. Many are open to trade and alliances, even with strange peoples like yourselves. I'm not a strange people. I'm a tribe as well. Close cooperation and recruitment will be very difficult because of the vast socio-technological and linguistic gap between the tribals and yourselves. I think this is kind of like a default for, I'm guessing that crash landing thing was the only thing available in the earliest games. And they haven't gotten around to changing this tech yet based on what you select. Because this makes no sense, seeing as that I'm playing tribal as well.
Probably, yeah.
There should be no technological or linguistic gap here. Dangerous enemies and valuable friends, because their skill with low-tech warfare, their numbers, and their hardiness. I don't know if you can improve relations. They're pretty darn hostile there at -84. These guys are like our allies. Alright. Menu. Oh, could I change to Fahrenheit? Please tell me I can change to Fahrenheit.
That shows them on the map.
UI scale, hats.
Come to the mode, right in the middle. To the right, cursor to the right. If you cursor
temperature mode.
Right.
Thank you.
Kelvin!
Kelvin? Oh, that's something I can understand as well, but I'll stick with Fahrenheit. Autosave interval every day. That's fine.
Kelvin, but not Celsius.
What?
How do you understand Kelvin, but not Celsius?
Chemistry?
Kelvin uses the centigrade scale. It just starts at, like, negative everything.
There is no such thing as negative in Kelvin.
Exactly.
Which makes it very easy to understand.
No, I'm saying it starts at negative everything, as in negative everything Celsius.
Okay. Plant wins plays, show real-time clock. Pause on urgent letter. I like that idea. Pause on log, run in background. Screen edge map scroll.
Screen edge mouse goes time getting.
Yeah, it can load in on pause. That's alright.
Show real-time clock. Oh, the plant size is cute.
Mods. I don't have any mods. Volume seems to be just fine. Yep,
The game is still in alpha, but they have mod support.
Alright, cool. I think that's everything except whatever's down here. Toggle visibility of roofs. Okay. Colonist bar. Oh, okay, that's that.
If you do a lot of colonists, you might want to turn it off.
Toggle the environment display. Beauty of and room stats of the environment as would be perceived by a character standing where the mouse is pointing. Really? Oh. Wow.
That's more of a thing just to turn on when you want to decorate, I would guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Not necessarily a thing for all the time.
Yeah. Where was that at? Here?
That one.
Yeah, okay. Toggle visibility of zones. I think that's alright. Toggle visibility of the learning helper when it is empty. It's always visible if there's a concept activated to be learned.
Learning helper top right.
This thing up here, which I'm mostly going to ignore unless I really need info on something. Okay,
right.
So we've
Might be a good place to try to end the first episode, or the zero episode.
That's exactly what I was about to say. As we have gone ahead and created our world, and we've met our people, and we've looked at the interface, and talked about a whole hell of a lot of stuff. And next episode will be a great place to actually begin playing. So, oh wow, that was a lot longer than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So,
Thank you all
What
for
do you
watching,
what
and
what
have a good
what
one.
all you guys think about this game? So far, I think it looks incredible. I wish it had fishing, but hopefully it will in the future. In any case, thank y'all for watching, and have a good one.